So the first thing that we're going to do is, Natalia, did you get your manuals?
I think that's what I just opened. Yes, ma'am. Let me go get it. Hold on. They were on the steps waiting for me.
Fight with my webcam today, y'all.
Yep, that's what I got.
I have a Charlie horse in my ribs. I'm sorry. Old girl problems.
All right.
So this is the one we need right here.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to talk, Natalia, while you get it ready.
Okay.
Do you see all these extra little tabs right here?
That's the
Those
one.
are not just those. I add
Okay.
extras, but
Okay.
you guys, when you wrap back around, you'll get the front part of this book, okay? So we're starting with radiology. No, we're starting with surgery. So what I have only done so far is I have just put my little tabs in surgery the way they go. So I have surgery, integumentary. I'm so excited to do integumentary. Do not love musculoskeletal. Some of you will love it, some of you won't. Respiratory is cool. Cardio, I was a cardiology coder, so, but it's still not my favorite. Digestive system, love the digestive system. Urinary tract, I like that one. Then we have male genitalia, female genitalia, nervous, and ocular. I love the ocular too. That's eye and ear, ocular and audio. So that is how I have started off my surgery section, just by placing those tabs that come with your book. Okay, I have a question. Am I only going to use these tabs? Y'all know me.
No.
No. Every section we go through, I'm going to be tabbing something to make my searches easier when we're coding, right? So once we start the integumentary system, that I will get that together for you, and you can see what I've done. Okay, so let's talk about the steps in coding. What are our steps? We look at our scenario or our medical record, and we decide, what is the doctor doing? Once we know what, we go to the index and we look it up, and it's in alphabetical order, like a dictionary or a glossary. That's right, right? Glossary, a glossary. Then we look at the number it gives us. Then we go back to this section where all the colors are. That is called the tabular. We always code 2 ways. So if you need to Google something, I still want you to look it up in this book, because we code 2 ways. So the surgery section is the smallest section in our CPT. No, it's the largest section. Listen, y'all better wake up. It is the largest section of our CPT. So we're going to be using it a lot, right? I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. You do not have to be an expert in each one of these chapters. You just have to know how to code, right? Because when we get our career, not our job, our career, say that you're going to be coding for Louisiana Eye and Laser. What are you going to need to know in the CPT manual?
Eyes.
The eyes. If we go code for a cardiologist, we're going to need to know the cardiology portion of things better than anything else, correct? Mm-hmm. So when you get into your specialty, say Sonia gets hired at an orthopedic clinic, she's going to need that musculoskeletal system chapter real hard. You know, you're going to have to know those things and know where things are. So does that make sense? Right now, you need to learn the process of. And then we need to make sure that you can do that fairly easily and, you know, efficiently. All right. So I think I've asked once, who watched the video yesterday? If you didn't watch it, please go back and watch it, because once you watch it, you're not going to have to read much of your chapter, because she goes through the PowerPoint slides that go with that chapter. She's called the Queen of Guidelines. It's a name you will learn. If you don't have a queen during the week or what have you that I've assigned, please go look at her. She is amazing. She's long and boring sometimes, but we're an information-based curriculum, so we have lots of information, right? Okay, the very first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to do some medical terms. I'm not overloading y'all with medical terms, but I want to teach you some suffixes and just 2 prefixes. So let's take a look. All right, now I feel like I'm showing y'all. And I did use Jamboard. Okay, so here's our medical terminology. So quickly write these down. These are suffixes. Ectomy is surgical removal. Raphy is suture. Plasty is surgical repair. And scope is a visual exam. Okay, prefixes. Nephro is a kidney. This should have an R. Gastro or gasto, it's Gastro. Sorry about that typo, guys. Means stomach. Okay, let me know when you guys have that written down. Ectomy is one that's used a lot. So I had a thyroidectomy. So that means that they surgically removed my thyroid. Y'all don't have to write this down here. Just.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
Oh, me too. Just the green part.
Yeah, the green, and then there's 2 red right here. Nephro is kidney and gastro is stomach. So if you saw the medical term nephrectomy, that would be the surgical removal of the kidney. Nephro means kidney. Ectomy, okay. I'm going to turn on my, I have a laser. They call it a laser. It's just a dot. So nephrorraphy is the suture of the kidney. Nephro, kidney, raphy, suture. Nephroplasty, surgical repair of the kidney. Nephroscopy, visual examination of the kidney with an endoscope. So you may wonder, why does that matter? Well, because when you're reading these medical terms in your medical records, it's nice to know if they're, even if you don't know the first part of your medical term, but you know it's an ectomy, it's a surgical removal of something, right? Itis is inflammation.
I wrote down a lot of those from the video.
Yeah, we did do a video. Okay, sorry. All right, let's go to page 2. So with the information you just wrote down, what's a gastrectomy?
Surgical removal of the stomach.
Removal of the stomach.
What does everybody think?
Surgical removal of the stomach.
That's right, surgical removal of the stomach. Gastrorrhaphy,
Stomach.
It's suture of the stomach.
okay. Gastroplasty,
Surgical repair.
Surgical repair of the stomach.
Yeah.
and then gastroscopy.
Visual examination of the stomach.
Listen at y'all being all fast. So I'm gonna have to keep moving y'all around, sorry. A gastrectomy is a surgical removal of the stomach, and that's what you said. Gastrorrhaphy is the suture of the stomach, which is what you guys said. Gastroplasty is the surgical repair of the stomach. And gastroscopy is the visual examination of the stomach. Now, I know these seem simple, like as we're talking about them, but we're going to take these words and we're just going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow them. So this is kind of just our starting out point. Okay, so bad choice of color. I apologize. I won't use this color again. But when I did it, I couldn't go back and change it. Jamboard doesn't allot for that. So now what we're going to do is code. This first word is a doozy. So Melissa and Natalia, what we're going to do is this U-R-E-T-E-R. I don't even try to say it. I'll butcher it. We're going to go to the back of our book in our index, and we're going to look under the U's.
Yeah, 7-5.
Don't say it out loud. Give everybody a chance.
My bad. I thought I was reading.
Antoinette, I'm going to get you. I already coded mine. Ha ha ha.
So just write it down.
Well, do you have your answer? Hang on, let me see who's ready. Do, 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 do.
Oh, I think I found it. Okay.
Okay, Miss Melissa, you get this one. What CPT code did you come up with?
50750.
Yes. Does everybody get that?
What it is?
50750.
Yeah.
Okay. Now today we're not going to, because we're just doing a little exercise to get us quicker at looking things up. But if you're coding normally, you wouldn't stop here. You would go to your tabular. You're going to see why on number 3. Okay, lower arm tenotomy, right here, lower arm tenotomy. Natalia, this one's gonna be yours.
Okay. Wait or wait for everybody else, or I can say it, or
Let me see. I can't see everybody at one time. Are we ready, ladies?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we're ready, Natalia. Give it to us.
25110.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look at this tenotomy. Because that is not what I have, but that doesn't mean that I'm right. Let me double check. I see a tenectomy.
I don't have that one either.
It's on
Yeah, I didn't-
1170.
Right.
25290.
It's 25290.
Yeah, that's what I got. 25290.
0.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Natalia, go to page 1170.
Where am I?
Okay, and then in the middle column, 1, 2, 3, the fourth one down, it says tenotomy.
Okay.
And then we're going to look for lower arm, but this says arm lower, but that's okay. That's what we need. So it's 25290. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But that was a good, not a bad answer. Not what we were looking for though. Okay, so next is a partial adrenalectomy. Now, I don't want you to go to the tabular and look them up. I just want you to give me the codes that are there. So you're going to be writing down more than one code. And I wanted to kind of give an example to Natalia and Melissa. Sorry. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to answer back what students are trying to get into Zoom, but I'm not going to pay any attention to it. So what do we look up?
But the next one for partial.
Okay, we're not going to look up partial because let me tell you why. You're looking up your verb. What did we do? We did an adrenalectomy. Then that partial describes that we didn't do a whole or a radical. We only did a partial. I believe it's on page 975.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm just trying to, okay, is this partial 605? Okay. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna be in a space saying it out. And you said we have to go to the page and then find out which one it is?
Okay, right
There's-
now I
there's
just want
three
to
of
call your
them.
attention to that there are
Okay.
3 codes.
Yeah.
So we would have to then go to our tabular and figure out which one of those 3 codes it is. So let's do that. Let's start with 60540. Y'all, we're getting into some high numbers with surgery, huh?
Mhm. Okay.
I went too far.
It's on page 445.
So 60540 says adrenalectomy, partial or complete, or exploration of adrenal gland with or without biopsy, transabdominal, lumbar, or dorsal, separate procedure. So that didn't tell us a whole lot, right? It looks like a good code, right? So let's look at our 60545. With excision of adjacent retroperitoneal tumor. Well, I'm going to tell you now, that wouldn't be something that we would be using unless we had those words, right?
Yes.
And then we have 60650. I know which one I like. Miss Sonia, do you know which one you like?
60540.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yay, that's right. You're gonna have to warn the girls that just started that I am the type that I'm gonna ask you when you give me an answer. I might ask you, are you sure? I'm looking to hear you say, yes, ma'am, I'm sure. I want you to be confident. Well, and we're not always confident, but that's okay. All right, our next one is a diagnostic amniocentesis. Oh, Speedy Antoinette's already got all the answers, I'm sure. Compared to the ones we did last week, these are a piece of cake, huh?
Mhm. Yeah.
Miss Rhonda, this one's gonna be yours.
59000.
Well, let's look it up in our tabular and see.
Okay.
That's gonna be on page 440.
Okay.
Tell me if you think it's correct or not, Miss Rhonda, when you read it.
I do.
You're absolutely right. It is correct. Amniocentesis diagnostic 59000. All right. Our next one is endothelial Karyotoplasty. So we're going to go to, okay, who wants to tell me what the main term is and which term we need to look up first?
Karyotoplasty.
Is it kerato? I'm sorry.
Karyotoplasty, yes, that's what we're going to do. And plasty, what does plasty mean?
Surgical repair.
Remove.
Surgical repair,
Mhm.
that's right. So you see how that comes into play? You know we're repairing something. You may not know what kerato is, but you know that we're surgically repairing something. Miss Roblin, this is going to be yours when you're ready.
Is it 65756?
Let's find out. Let's go to our tabular and see. It's 65756. It's on page 488.
Yeah.
All right, so if we look at code 65710, it says keratoplasty, corneal transplant. Okay, and then right behind that, do you guys see the semicolon?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And behind that, it says anterior lamellar. Okay, so 65730, 65750, 65755, and 65756 is a karyoplasty, keratoplasty. Gracious. But that semicolon, that's the words that are going to change behind the semicolon. So it's a keratoplasty, penetrating, except for a phaca or pseudophaca. Then 50 is penetrating in a phaca. 55 is penetrating in pseudophaca. And then what does 6576 say?
The emperor, however you say that.
Endothelial.
Emperor.
Yeah. So, but I just wanted to kind of show you that main term keratoplasty, they're not going to always write it on every single one that has to do with keratoplasty. So you're going to have to watch. Of course, we had the codes in the index, so it brought it right to us, or it brought us right to it. All right. So that's our lesson today. Who learned something?
I learned how to go from the index to the front to the tablet.
And that's the big thing, that and trying to figure out what to look up. But I want you to remember, if you pick the wrong word to look up, what happens? Nothing. You just choose another word. There are times that I have to go through, there's some big records and you have to go through two or three terms sometimes, but that's okay. It doesn't mean you're not good at what you do. It just means you're being thorough. So I don't want you to feel bad. Even as a seasoned coder, I still pick the wrong phrase sometimes. Or just, I don't know why. Sorry. So any questions before we move on with our day?
Let's see. All my
You're not
coursework.
You're not put on the spot. If you don't have a question, you don't have to think of one, but go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask, like, when I go to my page, to my Unitech page, it's telling me that I have to do homework for day 3 and day 8, and I'm late, but I haven't been on day 8, and I thought day 3 I didn't have to do.
Let me write
I was
it
just
down.
asking. Okay.
Yeah, well, I need you to let me know because it may be something I need to, so day 3.
Homework. And then it says day 8, model 154, but I don't know why, because it's not day 8.
I fixed that earlier because I had the wrong date in there. I fixed it. I did fix it.